Record.
Recording. Yes.
Trust.
Welcome to Wow We like right here, right here.
It's cool.
We're really out here with it now. It's kind of scary. It's kind of good, but
Yeah.
it just happened. It just happened, you know.
It's just like stars align. You ain't know you was gonna be there, but now you there.
Right.
Album's been out.
Album's been out.
Album.
So
Yeah,
what's
it's
the
right
name of
there.
your album?
Yeah. Universe Radio.
Hi, beautiful people. Please listen to Universe Radio. Money. Like, throw it at him. Please, thank you. Thanks.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Wait.
Sir.
Did you and Dizzy drop an album?
Dizzy.
Dizzy.
Yeah, we dropped an album, man. It's really quite something.
Sick, man.
Quite something. It's out
Yeah.
everywhere. Everywhere you listen to music, like, you can find it. It's called Probably Shouldn't Stay.
You can stay, right?
You can stay.
You
It's
can
like-
linger. Linger.
Linger, but don't stay. Okay.
Marco
Really
Plus.
quickly, one thing about
Nigga.
fucking Marco Plus. This nigga can rap. He can really rap.
Yeah.
And one day, we will rap together. Marco Plus. I'm a Jai Qasim. Twisted Can't Fix It, you feel me? We're about to slap your album. Do a little album review. I think we're already kind of biased, though. Maybe I'm biased. Really quickly, please support your local black-owned businesses. Children of the Earth is out now. If you would like to purchase something, hit me. I'm Children of the Earth. You're Children of the Earth. Know what's good for you. Life. Ugh. I don't know, like, I could listen to like an album of just him like rapping, you know, like just acapella, like just his voice, you know, like it can do so much, and he continues to show me every time what more he could do, you know, and it's he's good.
Damn, this is the first time I heard about him, like today. Like you showed me in the car.
Heard you.
And I know who this nigga was.
Is that Raven? No. Definitely not. You start having a motherfucker.
That's awesome.
I was gonna try to get away
It's
with
like
it.
they'll be able to taste it too. Like,
Yeah, right. No,
it's like that. It's
Bro,
that
you're in here
thick.
with me. Take a bite. But yeah. Any thoughts?
It's that thick, low tinniness. It's minimal.
I like
feel it's
Marco.
minimal.
I like Marco.
Marco's great.
I like Marco a lot. That's
Yeah. Feel like I would have put his verse on a different beat.
yeah.
But it's cool. It's cool music.
We're definitely like imposing our personal style and taste on this music. You know how we were talking,
That's what everything is.
right? But you remember how we were talking about the teachers in the car, and how I was like, it was wrong. It's wrong for them to fully impose their taste and wants on a fashion designer or like a
Well, impose is
or fine artist.
Okay. Impose is different than interact or physically interact with. Right? I feel like imposing is like pretty much what we all do all the time, is like naturally like we can only help but give our critique based on our taste.
Right.
But physically interacting with it and like trying to change or
Right.
or affect
Yes.
it.
Yes. Yeah.
is
That's
different.
Yeah.
I feel like we both over time a little bit have kind of like searched for the right mentorship,
Right.
and that's, I don't know, I guess I just haven't super thought about that, like in terms of something that could happen.
I think about it sometimes, and not in these extreme ass ways,
Yeah.
But I definitely think about like I think about guidance, you know,
Right.
and
Right.
this internship that I'm doing right now is making me like understand that maybe assimilating a little bit to like a certain culture, like say you're in a company that has a very specific like just I mean for me it's a uniform, like in that's hard for me. Uniforms have always been hard for me, like since I was a child. And right now they need me to look a very specific, not right now, but they always need me to look a very specific way. And I try to lean into that and try to do my thing on top of it, but I just sometimes you just can't do your thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, and I think you have to know when it's right to assimilate for some reason. Like say you're trying to like establish yourself in a way, like I feel like so what one of the creative directors was, not one of them, what the creative director was saying to me was like, get into the room, understand how the room works, and then do your takeover. Like once you have everything locked in, you are then more prepared when you choose to step out, and you can like kind of back it up a little differently, you know, like
Yeah.
like prepare yourself differently before you try to be the rebel, you know, in the situation. Like fall into line, basically, you know. But the way I received that kind of criticism was very constructive. Like it felt like the way a mentor needed to say that, you know.
Yeah.
When I heard it, I was like, oh, word, cool.
Word.
You know,
Those
like,
are those feel like the right ones because
definitely
like you can tell he's not just in it to like self gain and be like, oh
yeah,
you know, like get something out
it's
of it.
not just for power's
Right,
sake. Like it's
right.
not like it's it's not just to tell somebody to do something or
Right.
like to
get,
act a certain
and get
way.
out your inner shit.
Yeah,
or
you know,
whatever.
it feels so far removed from that.
Yeah.
And I fuck with that. I think that's
Yeah.
that makes me feel like word.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is you have my best interest in mind, you know? Like you have me in mind here. You like I feel like the conversation I had was definitely telling me that like I'm seen, you know, and that there's a plan in store.
Yeah.
And that falling into line will make you stronger.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
It almost reminds me too of kind of what Rick Rubin talks about.
Okay.
And like he talks about when he's working with somebody or like just honestly the whole being of creating collaboratively. When people create collaboratively, the best work comes out when everybody is trying to create the best thing, like the best external thing.
Right. For like not when it's not a selfish
Right. Nobody's trying to make
desire
and like the point and everybody's on the same
everyone's
page
intention
is
is
to
for
make
it to
the best thing.
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah.
So that's the same thing with the relationship and the collaborativeness of mentorship.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Yeah, bro. It's about the intention. And that was one thing he definitely put emphasis on in that conversation was like everything we're doing here, the pace that we have you at is intentional. You know? Like we're here. We're watching and we know what it takes to like get your fucking legs right, you know?
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that's definitely what it's about.
Tell me what it is, tell me what it be. I got good hoes and good O's of good weed. If I'm so bold, don't touch me. You might catch a shot, you chose to rush me.
Certain songs at a certain moments I'll just like capture exactly what's going on. And that'll throw me. Like hearing it back will be like it just makes me feel so present sometimes. And sometimes that shit is very, very, very moving.
yeah.
And,
It's like songs from like a while ago that'll happen.
No, it'll be like a new song even. Like while I'm in the middle of creating it, I'll be like, oh my God, this is exactly what's happening in my life. and hearing it back just can fuck me up, you know?
Yeah.
Or it'll be something I've been it'll reflect something I've been sitting on for a minute, and I'll be like, oh my God, I was like so afraid to say that, you know?
Yeah.
Those moments move me a lot.
Yeah.
The last song I actually like sat down and cried to though, I'm trying to think of like a name.
I know. It's hard. It's a little hard.
Yeah, one. Yeah. Do you have anything?
Me. It might have been one of my own too.
Yeah, I feel like
yeah.
no, I feel like that's real as fuck.
Yeah, but it was one that it was like I had made a while ago.
Word.
It was more. Yeah, I haven't cried to a song in the making necessarily in a bit.
Heard you.
It's not usual for me,
Yeah.
but I definitely cried to one. It's called One Life.
Hmm.
It was that acoustic one. You remember? It was all
With Skylar?
acoustic guitar. No,
Hmm.
it was some sample,
Okay.
but it was an acoustic guitar.
I have to hear it again. Maybe if I heard it, I probably would.
It was like the
remember.
beginning it started out as a SZA cover, like Normal Girl,
Hmm.
and then it just turned into like my own thing.
Okay.
But it was all just the acoustic guitar. And
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. I remember I remember the last time I cried, and that wasn't to music, but the last time I cried to a piece of music was definitely the dropping of my album that night in North Carolina.
Huh.
Like it just hit me, bro.
Yeah.
We were staying in a hotel in North Carolina, in Eden, North Carolina,
Eden, North Carolina.
and it was just so much had built up to that very moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened to the album off my phone, walking around like this hotel, crossing the street where there's like a bunch. It's like a big ass parking lot with all these like
just
fast
like
foods in
like
it,
that,
just like slapping
yeah.
it. And I'm just like, I just start bawling. I start bawling, and I kind of rewatched the moments that created the songs.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
and it fucked me up. But also, I was so fucking proud. Like we did so much for that. That it was the final completion, bro. Like absolutely finishing a project, not just music, just like a project. Art generally is so hard. Completion is so fucking bless you.
Especially
Bless you.
that
Bless
last stretch, yo.
That last stretch,
Oh,
that last like 10% you need to give it,
Oh,
bro.
my
Be
God.
like I check out.
No, you totally.
My
think,
soul,
yeah,
like-
you're like, bruh.
Like it gives over when I stop making. It's like because I'm absolutely done. When I stop making, bro, it's because I'm absolutely done, and it's hard. It takes a lot to get me to that point. So that means I've given over a lot of myself already, like hours of this sitting, crafting, hand shaping.
and repetition.
That makes it so much harder too. That's
It's
why, like, bro,
nigga, what even is this anymore? At certain points, like,
Bro.
you're like, what? Like, it's almost hard to hear it sometimes.
exactly. When you're just
Like,
looking at the same,
yeah.
I'm thinking about like sewing specifically. Like what? That's why niggas who do like full muslins before they make their final garment like blow my mind, because like, that takes one discipline. That takes patience, because and I see the value. I'm gonna do it this year more so. I do like half the muslin just to know that it like the shape works.
Yeah.
And then I'll jump into my final because I just can't wait. But niggas, I mean, I admire the patience. I get why it's valuable. I'm gonna do it. I promise. But that little like that weight just like starts to really like pile on.
Mhm.
Yeah, totally.
I love it.
Me too.
I love it. It's
live
what
for
it's,
it.
it's part of why we do this.
Yeah.
It's part of why we do this.
Yeah, man.
But yeah. So it was the whole stream. Then it was the whole
The whole stream
that
of
made you cry.
consciousness. Oh, the whole stream of the album.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And yeah, just understanding the phases, understanding how long it took, how old some of those songs are now. It's like, oh my God. It's so funny that Top 5 is like doing the best on the album.
Yeah, no, I mean, bro.
But
I
it
feel
makes
like
sense.
I almost knew that. Like, I almost knew that was gonna happen. Like that
because it's the newest,
but it's
also the simplest.
it's like simple, but it's exactly what it's the wave of music, but so you
Yeah.
and 2 hooks and short as fuck.
Yes,
It's exactly
yeah,
what
the world needs.
wants
I
right now.
know.
It's perfect.
No, that's exactly it. But it also murders me because that was the song I tried the least for.
Nigga,
Of course,
bro.
of course, right? I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I tried the least. Like, I put the littlest amount of like effort into it, and that makes me question caring so much.
No. It's just, that happens with everybody though.
I know,
Hell of them niggas, like, they're like, what, this song?
right? I definitely hear that pretty awesome. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
word. But it also doesn't surprise me. That's why we put it on there. It's like
it's just right now it's kind of like what is like creates the breakthrough point. Like
exactly,
what kinda,
exactly.
Like, just like
For people to actually
get it to the like whatever people, so then it will be elevated on a platform to be heard by the people.
The people that are listening.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And and of course I'm like so happy about this, but so grateful and so excited for new listeners in general. Like Top 5 is a great song and I'm having a lot of fun with it. But yeah, it's just interesting watching that play out in the way that it did. But what song on your album do you feel like continues to fit into the changing of your life in the best way? Like I find songs of mine being able to like you can apply any new person to these words in a way. Is there any song that like continues to be relevant in a way to you in how you change?
I feel like Universe Radio, the last one. I feel like that's an ongoing thing. It starts with fleeting moments, more approaching. What's your motive? Nigga, damn. Apple bottom Subies got me folded. You always gonna fold to the. But it's just a chain of like fleeting moments,
Right.
and like shit. What's my intention? Like, this is where I'm going.
Right.
But this shit, it's almost like life is like passing me by.
Right.
And you're always the constant.
Yes.
But constant is also changing and
Right.
morphing
It's
by the things going by.
Exactly.
So for sure, yeah, that one. And then that one also just feels kind of very, like, rooted to like the music I was raised in.
Yes.
And like the like that feeling, the kind of the Badus and Kanye's and Jill's playing in the crib. Like, I feel like just it's kind of that part was like brought out of me again.
Absolutely. You can almost think about that music as of those people as mentors. Like, at least I do. And as we grew into the music, like we used to hear as children, it would just kind of like be there. It was the music that we absorbed.
Yeah.
But as we grew up, we started to understand why it was fucking great, right?
Right.
And I feel like I did a lot of learning. Like I feel like I started to learn my parents through understanding that music. You know, I started to learn myself because I was absorbing it. You know, like that music is definitely in us, and the fact that song like so clearly reflects that, I think is beautiful.
Yeah.
I think that's so dope.
Most def.
I think that's so dope.
And also just kind of, like the sequencing and change, because like it's like almost a reflection of how we're going through this, and
Exactly.
because there's a constant,
Right.
Like there is a cohesive kind of string of consciousness,
Right.
But it changes, like
It
there's
does,
3
and it goes off on
right
tangents.
right,
But it somehow
Right.
like
right. Exactly.
Find
And there's three main sections too. Interludes to those sections. But
Totally.
But like
totally,
Right.
totally,
like, but yeah,
totally.
exactly. That's
Totally,
like
totally.
that's just how
Yeah.
it feels exactly like how life is and
Yeah.
how this journey is going. you
Yeah.
know?
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
It totally reflects that. And I'm happy you have music that does that for you and shifts with you, changes with you. I think I think those are the most valuable songs. Not every song does that. Sometimes
right.
certain songs really reflect a certain time.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not that person anymore. Or I don't feel that
Yeah,
way. You know,
yeah.
but the songs that grow with you, that change with you, are the ones that you hold on to forever.
Real.
We need like a closing note. What do we do? Just like a thank you, or like a
Keep blooming, keep blooming,
keep blooming, baby, keep blooming. Get real sexual with your camera for me. Like get into it. Like tell the camera keep blooming.
Keep blooming, keep blooming. Keep blooming.
Keep blooming. Keep blooming. Chest on. No, but for real, we fuck with you. Thanks for coming through.